And thanks for being back with us. I'm Lauren Maloney. Here now is Marty Dwyer. She is a disaster mental health volunteer with the American Red Cross. Marty, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
I understand you were in Vermont for 2 weeks, seeing the damage of this storm firsthand. Um, what is it like to take part in a disaster from this mental health angle?
Well, personally, I find it incredibly rewarding because we are able to support people on some of their worst days um, with simple interventions, listening to their stories, offering them emotional support, and helping normalize all of the wide range of feelings that they're going through during such a very stressful time.
Is this a fairly new position within the Red Cross?
I couldn't tell you how long, but for many, many years, disaster mental health started out strictly for the volunteers to help support other volunteers who were supporting disasters, and then expanded to support those who were impacted. We call them our clients, but the residents of the impacted area.
Wow. Now, you're a retired school counselor from North Carolina. What made you want to get involved and help with the Red Cross?
Well, many years ago, I worked with some school counselors who had had the opportunity to deploy with the Red Cross around the time of Hurricane Katrina, when there were just so many different disasters going on that they were in desperate need of people. And after hearing them tell their story, it's something that intrigued me. And once I was retired from school counseling, I decided to get involved.
When you are on the ground in Vermont, do people have to request to speak with you? How exactly does your sector, mental health, work when it comes to the Red Cross's response?
They can request to meet with us, but we are typically out in the field. We don't wait for people to come to us. We go to them. We strive to have mental health providers in the shelters as soon as possible after they're opened, but also we're out at those community resource centers where people are coming to pick up supplies and get information. We walk the neighborhoods that were severely impacted and talk to people as they're out there cleaning up. And often, we find that they're just absolutely overwhelmed or feeling numb and don't know where to begin. And so we're looking actively. We are not doing formal therapy counseling sessions. We are providing that emotional support in the moment when people really need it.
What are some of the feelings and emotional responses that you heard from people here?
Well, at the first several days, it's very common for people to be just sort of numb, and they're so caught up in that mental list of everything that they have to do, and they get very, very busy with cleanup, and they don't really stop to process anything that they're feeling. But then, a wide range of feelings, from being angry, irritable, very tearful, almost any feeling you can imagine. It's similar to a grief process. You are likely to experience a wide range of emotions. Sometimes people have told me they almost feel like they're going crazy because it affects you cognitively. You can't maybe think and plan as well as you normally. It's easy to get confused. We tell people to write things down. There's just so many impacts it can have on you physically, emotionally, and cognitively that we just strive to let people know that whatever it is that they're feeling, it's normal and it's good to talk about it.
There were some people that we talked to that hadn't eaten in so many days because they were just focused on cleaning up, because they maybe wanted to take advantage of the sunlight and clean up when they had that opportunity, and put their own well-being aside. What is your advice for people when it comes to really taking time for themselves?
And one of the first things we encourage is self-care. And we will often carry with us, a bottle of water. We open a discussion, we hand them a bottle of water, remind people, especially in the heat that Vermont was experiencing, that was rather unusual from my understanding, reminding people that you cannot continue to work at that level and deal with everything that you're experiencing if you're not doing the very basics of staying hydrated, eating, resting, and just reminding people that that is so important. And if they're going to help other people, they need to help themselves first.
We're almost a month out from the flooding event, and you yourself are back home in North Carolina. Is this just immediate support, immediate help for people? What happens when it comes to long term?
Well, the good news is that most people are pretty resilient, but there is a, a significant minority who may need longer term support. They may it may worsen a pre-existing mental health condition, or they may find themselves experiencing emotions and feelings that they're just not able to cope with. And so our goal is always to connect people with local mental health resources. As I said, we don't do therapy, but sometimes it's just a matter of reminding people, connect with your doctor. If you had a counselor or therapist, you might want to touch base with them, even if you had been fairly stable and doing well. So we do encourage people to get in touch locally, often through their primary care provider first, or their local, Department of Mental Health designated agencies that are available throughout Vermont.
I also understand you wanted to pass along the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration helpline when it comes to, as we suggested, longer term help.
Well, I always like to leave people with some kind of resource that if they are just in the middle of the night and, to talk to right away. Often people are reluctant to talk to friends and family members because they feel like, oh, well, I didn't have it as bad as someone else. My basement's flooded, but everything else is okay. What they don't realize is, it's a major disruption to their life, regardless of the damage to their home. So that number is 1-800-985-5990. And it's just a helpline to help people get connected to mental health support. It's, they can call it at any time, 24/7, and it's specifically for the stress of dealing with a disaster such as the flooding.
Wow. Marty, I appreciate your help today, your insight, and of course the work you were doing on the ground, because we hope you visit at a time when Vermont can show off our best. And at the same time, again, we appreciate you being here because it's been an emotional and trying month for a lot of people.
Well, thank you. It was, again, my pleasure. Really wonderful to see the way the people of Vermont stood up and supported each other and really, take care of their own. That was very apparent everywhere I went. So thank you.